Today I come to talk to you about a little bit more of a serious topic. I'll have an update video / spring break vlog thing up next week. But tomorrow, the 1-year anniversary of Heather Cornick's death. If you don't know who Heather Cornick was, she was a really amazing 26-year-old who died from adrenal cancer last year on April 3rd. She was my camp counselor, my first ever camp counselor, and she was the reason that I came back to camp the second year. She taught me how to make friendship bracelets, which to this day is a hobby that I use all the time. Heather also introduced me to something called Relay for Life, which is a service put on by the American Cancer Society, where people walk all night for 12 hours straight to support the fight against cancer. Heather truly was devoted to the fight against cancer. She didn't let it limit her. So today I thought I would just kind of talk about how much I miss her. I know it's going to kind of be a depressing video, but I don't really know what else to say, and it's kind of all I can think about right now. So that's what we're doing. Try to ignore the cat in the back room. He just likes sitting there. Alright. An open letter to Heather. Dear Heather, I miss you. I'm pretty sure we all do. All of us on Chemosaurus Rex, all of your family, all of the Nifty Car community. You truly were one of the best advisors. You made every single person feel comfortable whether they were crying or laughing. I wouldn't even have enjoyed my first Nifty event if it hadn't been for you. It was all the little things that you did, such as making a bracelet for me, or picking up my medical alert bracelet when I dropped it, that made everything so special. You were caring, kind, and you always cared about others, even when you were at your sickest. I think this is the thing that I most want to take away from your memory. I want to take away the ability to be grateful, even when things aren't going so well. I want to take away the ability to know that you're so lucky to have the friends that you're surrounded with, even when you feel like they're not there. I can't believe it's been a year. It feels like it was just yesterday that we were joking around about how much money we could raise for Relay and what we were going to do in the middle of the night. I wish you had been at this past Relay on your scooter, going around, seeing all of the luminarias in your memory just made me want to sob and at the same time laugh, because that's what you would have wanted me to do. You would have wanted me to be so much more optimistic than I am today, so much more happy than I am today. But I'm trying. I promise. Heather, I wish you were here to see all of the things that have happened. The 36 rabbis that are shaving their heads to support the research for childhood cancer, and the innovations that will come in the future to cure what you had. You were too young. I miss you. Every single day. Some days are easier than others. Some days I can just be happy that you got the life that you lived. But other days I cry out saying, this isn't fair. Why did such a good person have to die so young? Heather, I love you. I always will. I hope you're having fun with the angels up there. I'm sure you are. You could make any situation, even the worst one, such as waiting on buses or waiting at the Mirpa'ah, the best. You truly changed my life and made me a better person, and you continue to, day by day. That I could have said this more eloquently, but I'm not so good with things that make me want to cry. To think that I wouldn't be who I was today if it hadn't been for you. I know that's so cheesy, and you would have laughed at me for saying that, but I seriously do think that. One of my favorite memories of you was in my second year of camp, I ran up to you as soon as I got out of the car and gave you a really big hug, and you asked me how excited I was for camp. I said I was 99% excited, but I would have been the rest of the way excited if Shira could get there. Shira is one of my best friends. You asked me what I was the most excited for. I said Shabbat Shira. I remember you taking me to my first Shabbat Shira. Everybody else was suffocating and didn't want to be there. However, I couldn't get enough. And I think you left them all out in the cold. I mean, how cold can it get in July? And came in and was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm having the time of my life." From that day on, Shabbat Shira has been my favorite thing in the world. You also taught us to make friendship bracelets when we were crying. It distracted us, it gave us something to focus on, and it gave us memories of that summer forever. I wouldn't have gone back to camp, and I wouldn't have gone back to Nifty if it hadn't been for you, Heather. I miss you. I love you. Zichronam Levracha. May her memory be a blessing. I'll see you all next week. Bye.